Hey guys, what's going on? Ken Rayder here for Rayder Sports. How are we doing today? So this is typically one of the more fun videos and one of my favorite type of videos to do because I get to compare a lot of information and a lot of teams and give you guys my take on what teams are overranked and what teams are underranked, what teams are being overvalued, and what teams are being screwed. And unfortunately for me, the talking point by the newly released college football coaches poll was just kind of a carryover from last year. I mean, yeah, there are a couple differences you're going to see, but when we dig down into it, it really is just a carryover from last year. We're going to start with the first five teams who missed the top 25. Those teams are Utah, who led it, who I guess you can call them the number 26 team. They got 145 votes. Number 27 is Northwestern, who I hope and pray this is not an overshot because I didn't actually expect them to get on the other receiving votes list. And that's because they've lost a lot. They did. I think they're only returning like 8 or 9 starters, and they lost a lot of production, so I really thought they would be further down. So if they're even competing for a top 25 spot, that would just be absolutely amazing. For me personally, as you guys know, if you follow the channel, I am a huge Northwestern fan. So for them to be ranked 27th is amazing for me. Arizona State coming in at, I guess, 28 now. But they got 90. They're the one everybody's screaming about who has gotten screwed. Like they're supposed to be a preseason, kind of top 25 team. They're in every publication from ESPN to Athlon, etc., etc. And so Arizona State seems to be the team everybody feels it has been snubbed. Followed by Auburn is there with 84 votes and Liberty with 60. Liberty. Willis. Yeah. I really do think that they will be a top 25 team towards the end of this year. So it'll be interesting to see how fast they get there. Now to the rest of the top 25. Now in the top 25, you have 6 SEC teams, 5 Big 10 teams, 4 Big 12 teams, 3 ACC, 3 Pac-12, 2 from the Sun Belt. Congratulations to them, and 1 from the AAC and Notre Dame. So beginning number 25 through 21, you have 25 Ole Miss, 24 Coastal Carolina, riding the wave from last year, bringing back almost every starter. They should be really, really good this year. 23 is a little bit of a surprise in Louisiana. So obviously they're looking at a Louisiana and Coastal Carolina Sun Belt championship, and that was pretty okay last year. But seeing Louisiana and Texas going to be a, week 1 ranked versus ranked matchup, that'll be cool. Bet you Texas didn't think of that one when they scheduled the game. 22 is Oklahoma State, and 21 is Washington. Now going from 20 to 16. Number 20 is Penn State. Number 19 is Texas. I gave you guys a horns down for all you Big 12 fans out there. 18, Iowa. 17 is their week 1 opponent, Indiana. So Iowa and Indiana in week 1, going to be a ranked versus ranked matchup. And number 16 is Miami, who will play, as you guys can already kind of tell, a ranked Alabama team in a ranked versus ranked matchup. 15 through 11, Wisconsin, USC, probably my overranked team right here. My most overranked team right here is probably USC. I mean, they're getting a lot of love for their quarterback play, but I'm just not sure USC and LSU should be ranked this high, because coming in at number 13 is LSU, and we know, and I really thought that the loss of their quarterback would knock them down a little bit in the preseason rankings, but I guess not so much. We're gonna have to see at like the week 0, week 1 rankings when they actually do come out, if they don't adjust that and watch LSU slide. And number 12 is Oregon. And number 11 is Florida, who, they're going to lose a lot of production. I mean, Pitts is no longer there, I don't think. They don't have, oh my God, I wanted to say Felipe Franks, but that's not right. So yeah, they did lose a lot of production, so maybe they're a little bit too high. Then 10 through 7, Cincinnati, North Carolina, Iowa State, who this is supposed to be the best Iowa State team ever. So if the best Iowa State team ever is only ranked 8th, either everybody else is really, really good, or Iowa State is getting really, really slammed just because they're not that kind of brand. And I think this is the most important year for Iowa State like ever. They have the best Iowa State team going in. Pretty much every starter is returning from last year. This is a team to watch out for. This is like my dark horse playoff team, and all they have to do is beat Oklahoma to do it. And not get tripped up. Just win your games. Be the best that you can be. And that number 7, Notre Dame. And then this pretty much reads off a list of, top brands as you go through. Now to the playoff picture. The same way, ESPN and everybody else does it. You put 5 and 6 at the bottom, and then you have the bracket, right? So here we go. Number 6, Texas A&M. Number 5, Georgia. Now at the left part of your screen. Number 1, Alabama. No surprise to anybody. Actually, the real surprise is that it was almost unanimous, and with coaches with preseason polls, those things almost never happen. But Alabama got 63 out of 65 votes. And pretty much you'd expect them to make these things, a little more fun. And it really just didn't work this time. They just kind of kept it bland from nearly from last year, as I said. So with Alabama getting 63 out of 65 votes, pretty ridiculous how either the gap between Alabama and everybody else really is looked upon as that wide, or everybody was just being lazy with this poll. I think it's the latter than the former. Number 2, as one might expect, there's the Tiger Paw. It's Clemson. And number 3, the only other team to get first place votes is Oklahoma. So as it stands right now, it would be Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and Oklahoma. In the most boring, uninteresting coach preseason poll I've ever seen. All right, guys, this is Ken Rayder saying hopefully we get some better polling within the next couple years, and let me know your thoughts. Am I right about this being probably the worst preseason, the least fun preseason poll I've ever seen? So what teams are high? What teams are low? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm signing out.